News 9 starts now.
First here at 6 o'clock, we are still talking about the morning snowfall, including in parts of the metro. Thanks for joining us. I'm Carl Torp.
I'm Bobby Miller, in for Amanda, who's on assignment. The snow has melted, but we're not done with those below freezing temps. David, we are talking about that, but we sure did enjoy the sunshine today.
It was good. And, guys, the day began with, like you said, snow. Then it ended up turning out okay with some sunshine. This morning, though, the rain came in overnight, quickly changed over to snow before sunrise. And South Metro had about a half an inch to an inch. South Oklahoma City down through Moore, Norman. And then south of that, there was a big band of 1 to 2 to locally 3 inches of snow that fell. And that's what was going on just to the south of Oklahoma City this morning. And I mean, it was coming out, big flakes, visibilities were low, the roads got bad for about an hour and a half to 2 hours, and then it ended. Sun came up, started to warm the ground, and we turned it around. But all of our trackers were out this morning. I was in this morning with Megan and Lacey, and there you go. That's what we were doing about 12 hours ago. All right, let's get back to it now. And the whole thing began overnight. There's our storm we were talking about all day yesterday and last night. Moved in, moved out, and say goodbye to that. That thing is long gone. It is well east of us. Snow amounts. A trace in Edmond to 1 to 2 to locally 3 inches, running from Seminole to Tribby to Shawnee, back to Purcell, Chickasha, down to Hobart. North of Oklahoma City, as we talked about, not much at all. Northwestern and western Oklahoma, some nice snows there. So it was a pretty good but narrow band of 1 to 3 inches of snow from Arkansas all the way back into Texas, and that includes, again, the South Metro. Southern Oklahoma just had some rain. All right, temperatures now, we're cooling off. 28 in El Reno, wow. 34 in Guthrie, 35 in Tecumseh, and lots of 30s on the map. It's chilly out there. It's going to get cold tonight, really cold. Lows in the 20s, and talking about fog developing, you get cold, you combine it with fog, you get freezing fog. That'll give you some ice. I'll update you on that, timeline of that. What about that morning drive? And 9-day, talking 60s on the 9-day. Coming up, guys, back to you.
All right, David, thanks. Tonight, a makeshift memorial is growing where a 6-year-old boy died after being hit and killed by a school bus. This happened in Southwest OKC.
Yeah, neighbors have been bringing flowers, cards, and stuffed animals. This happened near Southwest 51st and Douglas yesterday. Police say Adrian Salgado was walking home with his brother and a friend when an Oklahoma City school bus was turning right. Adrian had just gotten off the bus. He tried to cross the street in front of the bus and was hit. The district says that it is commenting on this case next week out of respect for the victim's family. More firefighters rescue a person from inside this burning home. Happened this afternoon around 3:15 near Northwest 27th and Santa Fe. Firefighters put that fire out and said the victim was able to make it to the hospital with smoke inhalation, but is going to be okay. The cause of this fire is under investigation.
Oklahoma City Fire says something electrical sparked a house fire overnight on the southeast side. It happened at 1:15 near Southeast Grand and High. Investigators say the fire started on a detached structure behind the home before it spread to the house. Firefighters put the fire out, but they say it caused more than $30,000 in estimated damage. No one was hurt. New at 6, more police are partnering with the Oklahoma Highway Patrol and the Cleveland County Sheriff's Office for a DUI checkpoint Saturday. Officers say it will be at an undisclosed location in Moore. They say they'll be looking for signs of impairment from alcohol and/or drugs.
The U.S. Army is ordering its officers to check in daily with their soldiers during the holiday season. The goal is to prevent suicide and self-harm during a vulnerable time of the year. Oklahoma Veterans United is an organization that provides resources to veterans across our state.
Most often, active duty service members are away from their home and they lose that connection with family.
Any veteran locally who may be struggling with the holiday season can contact Oklahoma Veterans United. A reminder, help is available 24/7, 365 days a year by calling 988, the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline, for anyone facing mental health issues.
It's the season of giving, and in Bridge Creek, a Grady County school resource officer went above and beyond. A pre-K student whose mother is battling terminal cancer nearly missed her field trip to see Santa Claus. News 9's Deanne Stein is live in studio with how the SRO helped by lending a hand. Deanne?
He sure did. Like Kyrie, like you said, is a pre-K student. Her mother was taken to the hospital yesterday, and this morning she did miss her bus for the school field trip to go see Santa Claus, but that school resource officer saved the day.
Just push that button right there.
A moment like this has 4-year-old Kyrie beaming.
Push the other button.
This one?
Yep. She got to play with the siren a little bit.
Sitting inside Deputy Kevin Parton's patrol car, you'd never know what she's facing at home.
It tugs at your heartstrings because, you know, this close to Christmas.
Kyrie's mother is in the hospital battling terminal brain cancer.
She's really, really sick.
Even with everything going on, Kyrie had been looking forward to visiting Santa, but she was late to school and missed the bus. Deputy Parton didn't hesitate and answered the call for help.
We put her in the police car and we drove her up to see Santa Claus.
They made the 4-mile trip to a local bank in Tuttle where she met her classmates.
She was just giggling the whole way. She thought that was pretty cool.
But what was even cooler, she got her special visit.
It was great.
With Santa and Mrs. Claus.
She gave me a candy cake.
I'm happy that she's focused on being a kid and enjoying, you know, kid things. And I'm sure in the back of her mind, you know, she thinks about her mom and her condition. But it's just nice to see her smile and be happy. High five? Yeah!
Now, while Kyrie's mother is still in the hospital, a whole community is coming together to make sure her and her brother are taken care of this holiday season. Bobby.
Great story, Deanne. The school is accepting any help for Kyrie and her brother. If you'd like to help, you can find the information in this story on our website, news9.com.
All right, Oklahoma, well, we saw some sunshine today. At least some of us did, but man, temperatures are already dropping out there. It's going to be a cold night ahead. Hey, by the way, Lexington right at 3 inches of snow this morning. Chickasha had about 2, so some decent snows, mainly just south of Oklahoma City here. All right, how cold tonight? What about that freezing fog? Might give us some ice. More on that coming up right after the break.
Plus, top U.S. military officials brief lawmakers about the deadly strikes on an alleged drug boat in the Caribbean. How lawmakers are reacting.
And new tonight here at 10 o'clock, hail damage lawsuits, why hundreds of Oklahomans are taking an insurance giant to court claiming they were conned out of thousands of dollars.
You're watching Oklahoma's own News 9.
The U.S. Admiral who oversaw the deadly strikes on a boat believed to have been hauling illicit drugs told lawmakers today there was no kill them all order from the Pentagon.
Still, questions remain about the incident and specifically about the killing of 2 survivors of the initial strike. Our Washington Bureau Chief Alex Cameron is following the developments.
Well, members of Congress, Democrats and Republicans, already had concerns about the legality, the true intent of the administration targeting of alleged drug boats near Venezuela. News of a second strike on one of those boats has taken those concerns to a new level.
Admiral, General, what's your message to the American people?
Navy Admiral Frank Bradley briefed select lawmakers Thursday on the September 2nd incident in the Caribbean, showing video that has not been made public of a follow-up strike that killed 2 people who survived the initial strike. Democratic Congressman Jim Himes called it one of the most troubling things he's seen.
You have 2 individuals in clear distress, without any means of locomotion, with a destroyed vessel, who are killed by the United States.
Republican Senator Tom Cotton saw it differently, saying the second strike was not only lawful but necessary.
I saw 2 survivors trying to flip a boat loaded with drugs down for the United States, back over, so they could stay in the fight.
Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth says he wasn't watching the second strike, but says Admiral Bradley did the right thing. Oklahoma Senator Markwayne Mullin agrees, saying he thanks God President Trump is sending a message to those hoping to profit from bringing deadly narcotics to America.
We're going to kill you. You're not worried about our friends and our family overdosing on your product. Then I really don't care for your life either. You're the scum of the earth.
Senator James Langford also supports the administration's drug-fighting campaign, but says it has to be done in a way that still honors core American values.
We are the United States of America, but we don't kill wounded. That's not what we do. That's not who we are. So now it's time to get the facts and the information out there and find out what really happened.
That process is underway in both the House and Senate. In our Washington Bureau, I'm Oklahoma's own Alex Cameron.
Alex, thank you. All right, taking a live look now from our Lucky Star Skycam network. Pretty night out there, yes, across the metro. David is checking in on who could see some freezing fog coming up.
Plus, where in the state thousands of geese are flocking for their winter migration. A new step forward in helping Oklahomans find stable housing. Catholic Charities officially opened Caritas Casitas today, a brand new community of small homes.
The grand opening included tours of the 12 new units, also a preview of the services that residents will have access to.
Our main focus is affordable housing. This project embodies that theme and spirit, our love for our community, and hope for those who will find safety and stability here.
Organizers say Caritas Casitas is about more than housing. It's about providing support and a fresh start for those in need.
Thousands of Snow and Ross's geese are back at Lake Texoma for their annual winter migration. An estimated 6,000 white geese are flocking together to Hagerman National Wildlife Refuge. They're feeding on 300 acres of winter wheat planted specifically for their visit. And the annual migration attracts visitors and wildlife photographers from all over the country.
Snow and Ross.
You're looking for a compelling story to tell with a beautiful animal that's in flight, or in movement. And you're trying to create a capture that is compelling.
They're beautiful.
They are.
Yeah.
They're beautiful.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
They'll hang around the refuge for several more weeks.
That Ross guy has a lot of geese.
And there are millions of
Ross's
them
geese.
that migrate south, and they come right through Oklahoma. They don't land, like the Canada goose will land quite a few times on the way down.
Yeah.
Some of those will just land maybe a couple of 2, 3, 4 times. They have a tendency
like
to get
that.
up high and go.
Like 747.
Yeah, they like that level. They're
Yeah.
pretty high up. So
Are you
anyway,
a birder on the side?
I used to duck hunt back in the day a lot.
Okay, well that
But yes,
works
I am
too.
a birder.
Total opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I don't hunt anymore,
I
but
know, they don't usually.
I love birds.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
I love birds.
I know. I should get a bumper sticker.
Been reformed.
I had a big problem before. Now I've gone to birds. It's first weather. Now I've got a little bit of everything going on. Anyway, they are beautiful.
That
they
is
don't
cool,
mate.
though.
Some of them will mate for life too,
Yeah.
like the Canada goose.
Canada goose.
That's
I remember
nice.
that. Yeah.
Okay.
Good to point out.
All right, I got you. All right, I feel you. All right, let's take a look at what's going on. Again, pictures are coming in, and thank you. There you go. There's your cat, black cat. Oh, yeah, looking good. Loving the snow, but he's thinking, I don't want to get out there. I'm good. I'll just sit right here on the porch and watch all that going on. So that's down near Lexington. A couple of inches of snow in Lexington, 1 to 2. Some areas picked up nearly 3 inches. That shot there from Justin Murray. And over near Wewoka, look at there, a couple of inches of snow there. Great looking snowman, 2 to 3 inches of snow over in Wewoka. So there's your snow band again, running from Arkansas along and south of I-40. Look at southwestern Oklahoma. Lots of decent snow amounts, 1 to 2 to locally 3, and back out in our Panhandle and the Texas Panhandle. Northern Oklahoma, nothing. The North Metro, Edmond, you had a dusting, and I saw it when I was coming into work this morning early, and it was gone. But the sun came, it was gone by about 7 o'clock. So, but South Metro down to the south. So let's melt that, again, snow down, or also we had a little bit of rain early on, but also mainly it was snow. And you can see those 3 individual pockets in here. There's one, South Metro, and then you melt down the snow. It wasn't a whole lot, but about 1/4 of an inch. Okay, a little more in the southwest. So, hey, it's something. It's moisture, we'll take it. So 1/4 of an inch when you melt down the snow in Norman, also down in Purcell, also over in Chickasha. So Edmond North, yeah, not much. 0.3 at Will Rogers. That's the official snow for the day, 0.3, less than 1/2 inch. But South Metro, once again, had about 1 inch, and even more and more in Norman, and then point south down towards Purcell, and then all the way from there down to Mangum, and then from there off into eastern Oklahoma. Hey, we're doing fine. We're still mostly clear, 34 degrees, the dew point of 23. We're going to drop it into the mid to upper 20s tonight, and we're talking about some fog. More on that coming up. 34 in Guthrie, 35 at Lake Thunderbird, 24. Wow, it's already 24 in El Reno. That's a problem. So it's cold. Lots of 20s beginning to pop up, at least a few, more 30s on the map, but everybody ends up in the 20s tomorrow morning. Our storm of overnight and this morning, it is out of here. Eastbound and down, going down I-40. She's gone. And tonight, what's going to happen is the ground is wet, where we had the light rain going to the snow overnight this morning. Winds are fairly light. Lows in the 20s. So you take temperatures in the 20s, you throw in some fog, patchy fog in the light gray. Might have some fairly dense fog here in the lighter blue. Wherever you have the fog, you have a chance, a real decent chance of getting some freezing fog, and that would be a layer of ice. So we're going to kind of cover the map here with some icy roads. So get up early. Megan and Lacey will have the latest tomorrow morning starting at 4 a.m. And we need to watch this. Again, not everyone's going to have fog, but where that fog is, could certainly see some icy patches, as cold as we're going to be. And then tomorrow, hey, 50. So it turns around nice. What about your Saturday? Low 50s. Well, hang on. You're thinking it's getting better. And then here comes Sunday. Yeah, highs back down into the 40s, even some 30s in the north on Sunday. 9-day forecast. It's a dry pattern through the weekend, colder Sunday, Monday, warming back up after that. Now, there is cold air not too far away. It might arrive in about 10 to 12 days, and also maybe some cold air right before Christmas. We are tracking it. Until then, not bad. We'll be back with sports right after this.
Driven by your Oklahoma Ford dealers, this is News 9 Sports with Toby Rowland.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Riverwind Casino Sports Desk. Well, it's a lot of time. The Champs are back home tomorrow night, an astonishing 21-1 after their late night win at Golden State. And one of the biggest reasons is the MVP has expanded his game. He's become a three-point marksman, shooting over 43% this season behind the arc.
We had such a short summer for him to come back and have that added to his game as drastic as a jump as it is, just probably speaks to like how much he actually really worked on it. So it just adds another level to his game. It's like one of those things where it's like he's already averaging however many last year. To be able to increase that and do it in a different way is really impressive.
They'll be wearing the City Edition unis tomorrow night. Late tip, 8:30 start for the Thunder and Mavs in downtown Oklahoma City. Big win for the 9th-ranked Sooner women last night, rallying to beat NC State 103-98 in overtime. True freshman Aaliyah Chavez with a career-high 33 points in the victory, coming off a 29-point outing the game before. The #1 recruit in the nation says it's the empowerment of her teammates that deserves the credit.
They gave me the ball, even Peyton, she gave me the ball. She's a great player, and she gave me the ball at the end of the shot clock, when we were in overtime while we were up to manage the clock. So just seeing that they trust me so much, I took all that energy and brought it to, I need to make the right play. I need to at least try to make the right play.
We're officially nearing the tail end of the high school football season. State championship football games started up this afternoon at UCO. Playing for the Class B2 title is Walika versus Sealing. Speaking of action at the start of the third quarter, Sealing leads by 22. Check out the one-handed grab here from Rush Hunt. A 16-yard gain is good for a Wildcat first down. Later in the drive, QB Wyatt Tillery takes it himself, and he's in for the TD. Wildcats take a 42-12 lead. To the fourth quarter now, this duo has been a problem to defend all day. Tillery to Hunt. Hunt stays on his feet and is in for the touchdown. Sealing wins the Class B2 state title game 60-12. Here's Rush Hunt after ending his high school career on a high note.
We started off losing in the championship freshman year, then winning in the sophomore year, losing junior year, and then coming back and 45ing the team that beat us last year, and it just feels amazing.
That's the first game of 2 championship games being played today. Coming up shortly at 7, Laverne and Dewar will play for the Class B1 title, and we'll have those highlights at 10.
All right, thanks, Haley. In shorts, the Dallas Cowboys are hot there at the Detroit Lions tonight, and Alabama's Kalen DeBoer says he is not interested in the Penn State job. Nobody's interested in the Penn State job. They can't find a coach up there. We're playing for championships. That was a high school championship today, another one tonight. It's awesome. Time to pass out the gold trophy.
It's an exciting time of year right now.
It's
all these schools. Okay, we're warming back up a little bit in the afternoon tomorrow.
Yeah, near 50, but maybe some light freezing fog tonight, more 10.
Watch out for that.